This is infrared sensor footage uploaded to a classified network in October 2020, labeled by its uploader as October 7th, 2020 call sign observes UAP. The clip runs 4 minutes and 34 seconds and shows a persistent area of contrast against the background as a sensor system attempts to track and resolve it. Early in the clip, a patch of contrast enters from the right, and the sensor pans to hold it near center. For an extended interval, the platform cycles zoom levels while continuing to follow the same patch, repeatedly changing framing to try and clarify shape and motion. Later, the operator switches imaging modes and varies the zoom to focus on a fainter return. At one point, the contrast loses distinctiveness against the background and the feed goes blank for a short span. Near the end, a new patch of contrast appears again on the right, and the sensor brings it back to center before the clip ends. Context for this footage comes from a congressional access request made on March 6, 2026 by 8 members of the United States House of Representatives seeking 51 potentially UAP-related records. Arrow identified a set of materials responsive to that request on a classified network. Arrow assesses that this video is likely derived from an infrared sensor aboard a United States military platform operating in the CENTCOM area of responsibility in October 2020. The Department of War provided the file to the Pursue program, and the footage was made public on May 22, 2026. Arrow identified issues with the broader collection tied to chain of custody. Many items in the collection lack a substantiated chain of custody or detailed provenance, which limits the degree to which analysts can draw firm conclusions from them. That caveat applies to this clip as well. The visual record shows an unresolved area of contrast and a sensor operator attempting multiple imaging techniques, but the underlying metadata and custody history are incomplete. What makes the clip notable is less any single dramatic maneuver and more the context in which it appears. It is a classified network upload that entered a congressional review and was cataloged by Arrow as part of a larger set of materials about UAP phenomena in a sensitive operational region. For investigators and researchers, the video is a data point about what infrared systems can record under operational conditions and about how hard it can be to preserve a clear chain of custody while material circulates on secure networks. This footage does not come with an analytical conclusion attached to it in the public record. The description submitted with the file explicitly warns readers not to interpret the frame-by-frame notes as an investigative finding, and Arrow has limited its assessment to the probable sensor type and operating region. Independent analysis hinges on what other corroborating records, sensor logs, or eyewitness accounts can be located and properly authenticated. If you want to follow up on this case, examine related clips, or listen to ongoing coverage of UAP developments, find a case alongside the wider archive, related sighting reports, and our weekly UAP news podcast at uapdrop.com.